Can you introduce us to CSGO?
Yeah, CSGO is a competitive first-person shooter that aims to be more competitive than realistic. And to most people, it would just seem like an insanely repetitive game where you just play the same round on the same map hundreds of times. And in essence, yeah, that's kind of it. But there's an insane level of complexity to it when you get down to the nitty-gritty, like um, all the strategies and smoke lineups and nade lineups that come with it. The amount of coordination it requires at a professional level is ridiculous.
Interesting. Um, can you tell us a little bit about what a map callout is and some examples?
A map callout is a quick, precise way to get information to your teammates about a location just easily and quickly. Instead of saying to a teammate like, "Oh, we need to go right," or "We need to go left," or "There's a guy northeast," or like southwest or something, nothing's too far away in the game. So callouts are just like the names of spots. A great example is on Mirage. On Mirage's A site, there is a box, and on either side of the box has its own callout, that being Ninja and Firebox. The reason they have their own callouts is so you know which side of the box somebody is on if somebody says that there's someone there.
Okay. And can you tell me a little bit about bunny hopping or bee hopping?
Bee hopping is a bee hopping is a mechanic in Counter-Strike that just sort of is. Essentially what it is, you just jump at the exact second you land, and this preserves your momentum from the previous jump. What makes bunny hopping useful is air strafing. So when you look left and hold A, you are moving and looking in the same direction, and for some reason, you gain speed from that. If you do that repetitively back and forth in midair, you will gain a bunch of speed, and then if you bunny hop when you land, you keep that speed. In Counter Strike, it's been nerfed to the point where no matter how good you are at jumping exactly when you land, it still requires you to essentially give two inputs at once. So it at max you have like with perfect scroll and perfect jump timing, you have at max like a 60% chance to actually B hop.
Hmm. Can you tell me a little bit about the terms dink?
Oh yeah. The term dink is just a quick, easy way to describe how much like somebody is hit for, essentially. So if you shoot somebody in the head with a a powerful weapon and they have head armor, it makes a dink sound. So people will say, "Oh, he's dinked," and usually this means that they have somewhere below like 20 HP. So that means you can pretty much body shot them with most weapons. And this is important to tell your teammates and like just communicate. So if you're in a situation where let's say somebody's dinked CT, you know now you can move to like an off angle or just somewhere else and be ready to body shot them instead of headshot them when you're playing like a normal angle or something to just take a normal engagement. You can be a little crazier because you know you only have to hit them like once in the body. They're low HP. Uh, Gooshed is like the, I guess, sister term. It's used a lot less frequently because it's only really used on pistol rounds. It's essentially the same thing where somebody's been headshot and has like really low HP, but instead of when on the pistol round, you don't get helmets. So it doesn't make a dink sound, it makes a goosh sound because there's more flesh instead of metal.
And this does more damage in turn?
Yeah, a lot more.
Interesting. And everyone has 100 health to start, and then to be hit for 80 damage means you have 20 left, correct?
Yes.
Interesting. Well,
Most of the rifles do about 26 per shot for a body shot. So that would just, if somebody's dinked, like, oh, whatever, I'm just gonna shoot them in the chest and they're dead. We win the game.
interesting. Well, thank you for your time, Leif.
Um, no.